What do we need to know about Taurus rising in the natal birth chart? So the very first thing is that they like to eat. And I'm going to have a tic tac before getting this video. So the very first thing is that they're very slow. They like to take their time in life. They don't like to rush things. They're very steady and they're highly capable. They're highly self-sufficient, um, and very willing to put in the hard work to achieve that end goal. They're very willful and committed to achieving their desires. Once they have a desire that they want to manifest and want to go after, the blinders are on and they are fully committed, fully on that path, moving on that path to, to achieve their desires. So, that's how they are. They, they don't believe in doing things half-assed. They don't believe in doing things with half effort. They put their full heart and soul into whatever they decide to do because they're a fixed sign. They are highly loyal to the people that they care about. They're very dependable. They're very reliable. People can count on them to show up and do the things that they need to do. And so in relationships, they value loyalty and they expect loyalty in return. Just as they give loyalty, they also expect it to come back to them. They give off a very calm presence, a very stable, grounding energy. So remember that the ascendant is the very first thing that people assume or know about you is your ascendant sign. And they get to your sun sign, the moon sign, and then all down the planets as they get to know you on a deeper level. They are also digging their heels ascendant placement. They are resistant to change. They will go against the system. They will throttle the models up, but they will not change. They will not conjunct the emitters of what that change may be. They will be in conjunct to that. They will be really resisting change. Taurus is a sign that is all about stability and the same old, the routines. And change is foreign to Taurus and it's not very comfortable. So that can be a problem in relationships, especially. They can be very stubborn. Taurus is the most stubborn of all the fixed signs. And they are fixed in many ways. In their ways. They're very fixed in, what they want to achieve, what they want to do, all this kind of things, they're very set to it. They also are looking at self-indulgence. They are all about, indulging the five senses, enjoying the pleasures of life, enjoying the finer things of life. Taste, touch, hear, smell, see. They want to experience it all on the five sensory level. They can be lazy at times, and they can be overindulgent in food and drink, especially a lot of sugary foods and sugary drinks. So that's something to watch out for of not going overboard because Taurus can really lazy indulge into that deliciousness of life. So there's a lot of value placed upon the material possessions that a Taurus rising person has. The value is placed on these things which these people hold very dear. They want to be the gammeting, insinuating individuals. They want to have all their stuff gathered around them. They like to keep their stuff in a certain area, protected. They may at times hoard and take and consume so many things, many, many different things, and consume it and really, really get down to it. Really. So the material possessions are a high value, is probably one of the topmost values of a Taurus rising person, because Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus is what you value. And at the time of recording this, Venus is currently retrograde, so we're getting a course correction, a review on what we value. So if you're watching this during this Venus retrograde in Aries and Pisces, Venus is now retrograde in Pisces, then that is what's going on. If you're watching this at another time, the conversation of values still applies. So they're very, very strong and sturdy in their appearance. They're very, very, maybe they can be musculature, but they have a strong stature, a strong appearance to them. Um, they like to wear comfortable clothes. They may wear very, very soft fabrics that don't itch or it's not too warm or not too cold. Comfortable temperate clothes that they enjoy wearing. They will not break up their relationships easily. They will stick around until the bitter end. They will stick around even if the relationship has gone under the water. They will still stick around because they can't stand change. They can't stand the disruption to their plans. They are very, very committed to the very end of that relationship if it should or shouldn't work out. Maybe they value till death do us part in marriages. Probably that's the case. It could depend upon who you are and your values and how you were raised. But still, that could be a relevant reference here. Loyalty, as I said before, is very, very important for Taurus ascendant natives. Natives meaning the people who have displacement. They attract inner harmony. They want their surroundings to be harmonious. They want harmonious surroundings. They want everything to be beautiful, everything to be peaceful. They can't stand any disharmony. They want their surroundings to be beautiful. They care about the aesthetics of life. So that's something worth taking into consideration because Venus is about beauty. And so, nurturing your own and others' talents, and giving them, bringing your talents and your goals into physical, tangible form is their specialty. They're all about embodying that, um, that energy of what they want to create. They want to embody it. They want to make it physical because Taurus is an earth sign in the physical, practical plane. They are really, really deliberate. As well with their speech, they can be that way. With their actions, especially, they can be that way. And that's more of a Mercury and Taurus thing, and I have Mercury and Taurus, so my speech is very clear and to the point, but we're going to get into to that in another video in another series. But so there's a deliberation to them. You can be an immovable force, someone that is stuck. And I think that fixed signs do make changes, but it's 1 inch by the next inch, by the next inch. It's very, very slow change, just like Venus's retrograde cycles. Every 8 years they repeat and they slowly move a couple of degrees back, and then eventually Venus retrogrades into the sign before Venus retrograded in previously. So that's sort of how the Venus retrograde cycles go. But it's fair to say that because Venus rules Taurus and Taurus is very fixed in its uh movement. It won't change easily. It'll eventually change when it knows that, okay, I can't handle this anymore, and then that's. When they can't handle it anymore, they will make the change when they're ready. They will make the change, but they won't make the change easily. And don't push them to make changes because they will resist. They will dig in their heel. Um, and so they will make the change when they feel like it. They will make the change when it feels right for them. It takes a lot for them to make those changes also. You like to do what feels good to you, what you enjoy. And you're probably thinking, well, that's true of everybody, but especially for Taurus rising native, is they like to enjoy what they do and do exactly what they like doing. So it's sort of a two-hand offhand cadoodle cadabble. So we want to really, really consider that when we're looking at Taurus energy. They like to appreciate what they have. They like to really, really look at what they have and really place a lot of value to what they have. They are very appreciative of the things that they have because, especially those things that they have to work hard for, because they know how to work their magic in the tangible world. They know how valuable things are because they know how precious money is. So they spend their money putting in the hard work to make that money, to spend it on that thing, and then it's so satisfying and so worth it. And they appreciate it so much and they value it a lot. So that is a true gift of the Taurus placement is the work ethic that can come with fixed earth energy. So there's power of desire as well. You believe in doing it well, not half-assed. So you believe in really, really putting your full effort into something, not doing something halfway or half interested in that thing. You may express your desires in the way that feels right to you. So, whatever that may look like for you. There's a huge focus here on taking care of your physical vessel, which is your body, feeding it, going out and getting fresh air. Like all of these bodily needs and cycles are very, very huge and important for Taurus natives, for Taurus rising people to honor. They like to feel things out on a five sensory level also. They especially have a well-developed sense of smell and touch. So these senses are very well developed. They are all about engaging scent, engaging touch in whatever area of life they might be in. Their approach to life is pragmatic, practical. They need security and they want security. On a soul level, they're craving security. They're rising into security. So they need this at all costs. Physical security, relationship security, emotional security, especially physical security. That is of the utmost importance to them. They are cautious and careful individuals. So, they don't jump into things impulsively. They really, really think about something very deeply. They ponder it, they meditate on it. They will sit on something and they won't act impulsively before they make a plan to think about all the logistics involved with the plan. And they think of how it's going to serve their highest good before they make that move and take action. They're very cautious and careful, and they sit a while thinking about it, which is a very, very wonderful quality to have because they're very thoughtful, they're very conscious. And that proves that they know themselves so well because when you know yourself, you're not going to jump into something impulsively that you know in your heart that isn't right, or you're not going to act out of impulse. Self-knowledge is the knowing yourself through those mistakes that you've made, through those impulses that you've decided to do and that you regret. Knowing yourself is, really, really thinking about what you're going to do and how is it going to affect you. Is this going to serve you or hinder you? Is this going to be for your highest good? Is this going to make you feel happy or content? That's what self-knowledge is. So they have a very, very strong sense of self-knowledge. They are determined and they are single-minded in nature when it comes to achieving their goals. They like the finer things in life. They are a versatile or a sensitive, sensible. They have a sensible and realistic approach to life. They are very dependable. They can be counted on. They can be relied on. They don't like to change their routine very easily, as I said before. They see the beauty in everyday life. They are very grounded people. They have their feet planted firmly on the ground. So, that is something worth taking into consideration. So, the groundedness can come very, very hugely with them. They are the builders of the zodiac. They prefer the tangible world rather than the abstract world. And so they may be perceived as trustworthy and easygoing. So, in nature, they can be relied on, they can be counted upon. They are, it's a great placement for pursuing art and beauty and fashion, those more artistic things that are especially in the five sensory realms. They put in a lot of effort and they're very, very patient for those results. People may be drawn to their caring presence. They just have a very, very caring, loving demeanor to them. They are very consistent in nature also. Um, they maintain a steady awareness. They're a cautious planner. You plan your projects in a very calm and dignified kind of way. So that is what you need to know about the Ascendant Taurus. Thank you for watching. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.